So you got a Tesla. The car that's supposed to be simple, right? No oil changes, no spark plugs. It's the set it and forget it dream. But then you go online and whoa, it is a total mess of conflicting advice. So what's the real story here? Let's break it down. Now, that's a pretty bold statement, but it's coming from a place of, well, a lot of experience. We're talking 10 years of driving Teslas and running a service center that sees dozens of these cars every single month. Look, the whole point of this isn't to give you some massive, complicated to-do list. It's actually the opposite. It's to save you time, money, and a whole lot of unnecessary stress.
Exactly. If most of the advice out there is junk, what should you actually be focusing on? Let's start by knocking down some of the most common and frankly most expensive add-ons that people will try to sell you the second you drive off the lot. First up, the physical car itself. You know, there's a whole industry out there just waiting to sell you films, covers, and coatings. But is any of it really, truly necessary? Okay, let's be real. Yes, modern car paint is kind of soft, but spending thousands of dollars on paint protection film for a car you drive every day, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Service centers see these super protected cars all the time, getting their super protected fenders and hoods replaced right after an accident. That film doesn't make your car invincible. So what about the inside? That beautiful white interior. You might think it's super delicate, but it's actually this incredibly durable synthetic material that cleans up like a dream. And the screen? Come on. Unless you're going at it with a knife, it's pretty much impossible to damage with your fingers. Now, here's the one exception. A matte screen protector can be a great idea. Not for protection, but because it absolutely kills the glare and fingerprints. Okay, now let's get to the big one, the most important and by far the most expensive part of your Tesla, the battery. Getting this right is absolutely crucial. And this right here, this is why it matters so much. A battery replacement can run you up to $15,000. But here's the good news, and it's really good news. Tesla has made it incredibly difficult for you to mess this up, as long as you can just tune out all the bad advice online. This might be the single most dangerous myth floating around out there. The idea that you shouldn't charge every day or that you shouldn't leave your car plugged in. I mean, it might sound logical based on old tech, but for a Tesla, it's just completely wrong. Your car has this brilliant little brain called the battery management system, and it's specifically designed to protect the battery while it's plugged in. It's an active system. It needs power to do its job, like keeping the battery at the perfect temperature and making sure it never overcharges. And hey, don't just take our word for it. This comes straight from the horse's mouth, the official Tesla owner's manual. They could not be any clearer. Your car is happiest and healthiest when it's plugged in. Simple as that. So what does this actually look like day to day? It's ridiculously simple. You get home, you plug it in. You set your daily charge limit to somewhere between 70 and 80%. That's your sweet spot. Now, if you have a car with an LFP battery, which is common in the standard range models, you'll see a little prompt to charge to 100% once a week. You should definitely do that. The system needs that full charge to kind of calibrate itself and give you an accurate range. And of course, for road trips, juice it up to 100% right before you're about to head out. So if you're going to remember one thing not to do, this is it. This is the cardinal sin of battery care. Do not charge your car to 100% and then let it sit and just bake in the hot sun all day long. A full battery combined with really high heat, well, that's the one proven way to actually cause long-term damage. All right, so we've got battery health down. Now, how do we squeeze every last mile out of every single charge? Let's talk range. You've heard these myths, right? Turn off the AC to save power. But here's the thing. On the highway, the wind resistance from an open window actually uses more energy than the climate control does. And drafting behind a big rig? Come on, it is incredibly dangerous for a teeny tiny gain in range. These are not real-world solutions. But you want something that actually works and takes zero effort? Here you go. Just switch the car to chill mode. It smooths out your acceleration and it can cut your energy use by about 7%. Now for a Model 3 long range, that's like getting an extra 25 miles for free, all from just one little tap on the screen. And here are a few other heavy hitters. Use the app to warm up or cool down the car before you unplug. That can save you 10 to 15 miles right there. Keep your tires properly inflated. And please, if you have a roof rack and you're not using it, take it off. It's basically a parachute on your roof. Removing it can boost your highway range by as much as 20%. That's huge. Okay, so we busted a ton of myths, we've gone over the best practices. So, what does this all boil down to? What is the actual real world, no nonsense checklist you need to remember? It really is this simple. Seriously, if the car throws an error message on the screen, pay attention to it. Swap out your cabin air filters every once in a while, wipe down your camera so autopilot can see where it's going. Just glance at your tires to make sure they're wearing evenly, and install those software updates over your home Wi Fi. That is it. That is the entire list. And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? The big secret about Tesla maintenance is there basically isn't any. For the most part, owning a Tesla means you get to stop thinking about maintenance because the car is designed to just take care of itself. So I'll just leave you with this question. Are you spending more time worrying about your Tesla than you are actually enjoying it? The truth is, this is an incredibly low maintenance car. So follow these simple rules, ignore all that noise online, and just go enjoy the ride. I mean, that's what it's all about, right?